Hey guys, and welcome to episode 58 of How I Made My First $1 Million. Today we are looking at the numbers from July 1st, 2025, so let's dive in. We start as usual with the balance sheet. Assets coming in at $151,000. Not bad, that's up $900 from last month. Not a lot, but at least it's up. Liabilities are down $1,600 from last month, coming in at $17,000 exactly. That looks like an approximate number, but it is an exact number. It's actually $17,006. So that's what I owe, including interest. And net worth is at $134,000. So on balance, it's up $2,500 from last month. Okay, up is good. $2,500 is not too much. What happened more specifically? Okay, assets. Cash went down, fine. Gold went up a little, $1,000. Bitcoin up 500 and Kiva basically flat. Okay, and I didn't buy any investments. So any of the changes we see in prices, that was the unit price of the asset changing multiplied by however many I have. And I do, by the way, have both gold and silver. I just don't have it designated here. So I did get a question from a viewer here, why no silver? Well, I do have silver. It's just lumped in with gold. And I'm pretty sure I actually have more silver than gold. So slightly more than 50% of this number is silver. So I probably should flag it differently, which I will do eventually, but in order to do it accurately, I would have to change all the data in the spreadsheet and like recategorize it. It would take a little bit of time. And I'd have to figure out the dollar amounts every single month, which I could do. It's just time. So eventually I will do it, but I did not do it for this month. And I missed the pizza chart from the other channel, LOL. It looks cool. That's from Somewhat Scholarly. I was in the habit of showing all my assets on a quarterly basis using a pizza chart or a pie chart, and I'm actually going to show that in just a second. So, yeah, no major changes with assets, basically, long story short. So what happened with liabilities? Okay, the taxes outstanding went down, and it's basically because I got a letter from the IRS saying that this original amount was sort of incorrect because they received payments of mine last year, during 2024, towards my 2024 taxes. So I thought this is the total amount I was going to owe, which was sort of true, but they already received some payments, so it actually dropped into the 16,000s. But then since I haven't made payments since then with interest and penalties, it's up to 17,006 cents. So this is the new updated accurate number. Even though it looks like an approximation, it is actually the correct number. So that's what happened. So mostly an accounting change. Like the biggest difference between this month and last month is an accounting change. It wasn't me actually making a payment or doing anything else. All right, let's take a look at that pie chart. So yeah, overwhelmingly Bitcoin, 82%. Nice. Gold/silver, 21,000 total. It's roughly 50-50. Silver is a slight favorite in that category. Kiva about 6,000, that's 4%, and I do have some cash, but it rounds to 0%. And as you can see, no stocks, bonds, real estate, or interest in other companies, or no vehicle, no house, no boat, private jet, nothing. I mean, this is it. These are the assets. All right, let's look at the chart. We do have another data point. So July of 25, 134,000. So we're climbing up steadily. I mean, this dot right here, that was the 3-year anniversary of this journey. That's also the month where I got a job. So you can see that since that has happened, steadily upward. Very nice. 134. When's the last time we were this high? Okay, so we beat the April peak and March. 133, 132. Yep. Okay, so January of 22. That's 3.5 years ago. So we are now at the highest net worth in 3.5 years. That's pretty great. I would think pretty soon we should be at an all-time high. Yeah, pretty soon. A few more months. Awesome. Let's look at the income statement. All right, what do we have here? Yeah, revenue is basically the same. I mean, there's really nothing exciting happening there. Expenses, oh, I know what's going on here. What just happened? Oh, we're losing something. Okay, yeah. Normally I have this sitting here. Okay, expenses. Yeah, I spent an extra 2,500 compared to the previous month, and so the net income was negative. Not good. I spent a lot. I spent a lot. What did I spend it on? Body and wellness. Okay. Well, I bought contact lenses, so that's a part of that category. That's several $100s. Productivity. I spent $1,400 on a new cell phone. Yes, got a new iPhone. I will elaborate in a moment. That's a lot, extra $1,400. Did not lend on Kiva, so no loans or charity. Helpful people. $900. Tax prep. Had to pay my accountant. Okay, extra cleaning. Yeah, extra cleaning at home in Jacksonville and extra cleaning at the home here. As you can tell, I'm in New York. I'm not in Florida. This is my New York home, which is not mine. It's my mother-in-law's. So yeah, spent extra on those categories. Gift, yep. Okay, so there you go. Phone was the biggest thing. Entertainment, travel were more. Helpful people. The accountant, cleaner, yeah, all that stuff. Okay. Well, that's the income statement. Cash flows, again, we do not have this. I mean, we can pretty much see the differences because of all these zeros here. So what happened? Negative operating cash flow. That's not good. That means you're not living within your means. You're spending more cash than you're taking in. Yeah. To finance operations. That doesn't even count investing or financing. So that's not good. That's got to stop. We need to stop that immediately. Yeah. Yeah, just simply spending too much on purchases. That's it. Just spending too much. Didn't do any investing, same as last month. So didn't buy or sell any investments. Did not lend on Kiva. Didn't do anything else. So also a negative decrease in the cash flow position. All right, let's do the updates. Like I said, I got a new iPhone. So I used to have an iPhone 7, and I upgraded to an iPhone 16 Pro. So quite a big upgrade. So far, I like it. The phone is much heavier. And that is the biggest difference, is how heavy it is. Otherwise, I would have kept the old one if I could have. Okay, I am now in Western New York for the next 2 months, and then I'm going to the Adirondacks for 2 months. Going to do some hiking there, so I will elaborate more on that as we get closer. As I mentioned a moment ago, no lending on Kiva, but I will make up for it. Relationship with body, 8.5 out of 10. I think this is the highest rating I've given myself in a while. Doing real good with the body. Doing real good. Working out, eating right, sleeping well, doing a lot of stuff, having a lot of fun. Yeah, it's good. So good diet and exercise even while traveling, even while socializing, even while going to other people's houses. Still doing pretty well on that. So 8.5 out of 10. Very good. Very good. Relationship with others, 7 out of 10. Got a 6-part YouTube series, Hidden Secrets of Value, which I've mentioned several times. It is still done, obviously. It's not going to become undone. And we have no idea when we're going to release it. I highly doubt it's going to be in July, so I'm thinking maybe August. We might wait until the fall, September, October. I haven't really seen a solid launch plan, just sort of preliminary plans that are constantly shifting. So that's fine. That's just where we're at with it. But yeah, that involves working with a lot of other people. So yeah, it's good. Relationship with self, 7 out of 10. I've been playing disc golf this week now that I'm in New York. So I played 3 days in a row, a total of 5 rounds across those 3 days. And those rounds are very meditative. They're nice. First of all, I'm outside, so I'm getting fresh air and sunlight. But I'm also playing in a park, so there's a lot of greenery, so it's like forest bathing. I get to run and jog, so I get to use my body, use my lungs. It's awesome. And I'm playing disc golf. So there's a built-in sort of challenge to it that isn't, too serious. It's just fun. But there's also something to focus on and challenge myself that I can measure. So it's great. It's great. I really, really enjoy it. And on days that I don't play disc golf, I go for long walks. And those are great as well for a lot of the same reasons. So pretty good. All things considered, a really good month. So how am I thinking? How am I feeling? And what am I doing? I'm thinking that maintaining good habits is super, super important. So that's what I've been focusing on. Yeah, really, really, that's like the main thing is like, what are my habits? That's kind of like what I'm thinking all the time. What are my habits? So I have really good habits around when I wake up, when I go to bed, screen time. I'm good about not using screens close to bed. I read a book, physical book. Diet and exercise are really good. Awesome. This one is huge. No YouTube, no video games, no television of any kind for the last 7 days since I've been in New York, including the 2 days it took us to drive up. So yeah, it's been a week. No YouTube. That's like huge for me because I used to watch YouTube at almost every meal. Used to play video games probably more days than not. Depends. Goes in cycles. And watch television with Anne occasionally. Goes in cycles. But yeah, just none of that. Just cutting it all out. So that's good. So during meals, it's meditative. I just think, I breathe, I'm with my thoughts, I'm conscious on the food. I'm thinking about whatever task I just did previously and kind of going through it, or I'm thinking about what's coming up next and what I'm going to do. So it's really helpful, really helpful. Finally, I'm thinking when you have something to do, you're either doing it or you're procrastinating. And that might sound like obvious or basic or reductive maybe, but that's kind of how I've been operating lately. It's like when you have something to do, you're either doing it or you're procrastinating. So if I have a task to do for work or something for myself or just whatever it is, it's easy to say like, oh, I got to go do this other thing to get ready. I got to take a shower first. I got to go eat a meal. I got to go do this or that. And it's like, no, you don't. You can just do the thing. Just do the thing. A lot of times you come up with all these excuses of what you think you need to do first. And those are really just a form of procrastination because the task itself is like difficult or scary or whatever it is. So yeah, so I'm just kind of reminding myself of like, what is my number one priority right now? What is the task I should be focused on? And either I'm doing it or I'm not. And then I tell myself, oh yeah, just do it. So anyways, that is a little bit about how I've been thinking, feeling, and what I've been doing. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next month.